Active listening is both an art and a science that, when used correctly, can separate average contact center agents from great ones. But it's also one of the hardest skills to learn and master because, like any great skill, it takes practice. But in a contact center, the only opportunity to practice is usually on a live call. This is your contact center coach here to provide you an opportunity to practice your active listening so you can up your game as a contact center professional. This video is brought to you by BenchmarkPortal. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to help us keep providing free educational content like this. Before we get started, it's important to note that this video is meant as a follow-up to our previous video on active listening, which explains in detail what it is and why it's important to you. It also provides 8 steps for improving your active listening skills that you can put to work right away. If you've not already done so, please check out this video linked in the card above. Okay, let's get started. Active listening is a way of listening and responding to another person that improves mutual understanding. It's an important first step in diffusing situations or finding solutions to problems. This requires the listener to fully concentrate, understand, respond, and remember what's being said. You make a conscious effort to hear and understand the complete message being spoken rather than just passively listening. Let's practice by doing some exercises that test your skills. Please pause this video right now to get something to write with. Okay, here's the rules. I'll read 5 statements. Listen and take notes during my statements, but don't pause the video to do so. Treat this like you would in taking notes during any live phone call. After each statement, I'll ask a question about what I just said. You can pause the video to write down your answer, but don't rewind to re-listen. You can't do that in a live call, so that's not really helping you to learn. When we're done, I'll share the answers. Let's go. You're driving a bus that leaves Springfield at 8:30 with 23 passengers on board. It stops in Wilmington, dropping off 10 people and picking up 4 passengers. It travels south to Monroe, dropping off another 5 passengers and picking up 6. It arrives in Cincinnati 2 hours later. What's the bus driver's name? If a farmer had 17 sheep and all but 9 of them died, how many would he have left? If there are 12 1-cent stamps in a dozen, how many 2-cent stamps would be in a dozen? If some months have 31 days and other months have 30 days, how many months have 28 days? An airplane was traveling from Houston to Mexico City. The interior was blue with red seats, and there were 154 passengers on board. Unfortunately, the plane crashed right on the border between the US and Mexico. According to international law, where were the survivors buried? And now the answers. For question 1, the answer is your name, because you are the person driving the bus. For question 2, the answer is 9, because all but 9 sheep died. For question 3, there are always 12 stamps in a dozen, regardless of their denomination. For question 4, the answer is 12, because all 12 months contain 28 days. For question 5, the answer is nowhere, because you do not bury survivors. If you missed any answers, please take a minute to rerun the video to find where you may have gone wrong and why. So what can we learn from this? If you missed the answer to the question about the airplane, it was only one word, survivors, which changed the meaning and outcome of that entire situation. Your focus on that one detail changed everything. So stay focused on details, because details do matter. In some cases, you may have switched from listening to problem solving. In the bus example, you may have focused on the number of passengers trying to solve a math problem that you thought was going to be the issue. Stay in listening mode without jumping ahead to problem solving. Biased listening is jumping to conclusions because the listener believes they already know the answer. That could have happened in one question where your mind jumped ahead assuming we meant months with only 28 days. Keep in mind that good listening means having an open mind and withholding judgment until the speaker has finished. It's easy to be distracted by surroundings, emotions, or even details. In the airplane or bus example, the addition of irrelevant details could cause you to become distracted and miss the point. Don't allow outside circumstances or irrelevant details to distract you. The most important thing, which of course you can't do in a video, is to ask relevant questions. When mistakes are made in phone calls, it's usually due to not taking the time to ask questions that clarify your understanding and avoid mistakes. If you like this video, you might also like this one about handling angry customers, or this other one from BenchmarkPortal. Just click or tap on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with others. This is your contact center coach saying game over. Now, go out there and be great.